So the third part of my conversation on consciousness is, what is consciousness? And what's alive in me at the moment to describe this would be the ability to hold what is from a present moment truth without any bias. The ability to hold what is without any bias. Because the irony is, on my discussion of right and wrong, right? And my reflection on myself of, what do I consider effective, ineffective? It's almost like the ironic part of it, if I reflect on myself, is that actually I prefer having conscious conversations with somebody where there's a flexibility and availability to discuss and to mold. Therefore, my version of what's wrong is somebody fixed in wrong and right. So I thought, that's a really interesting full circle, because me being over here in the perceived availability of wrong and right, but then the judgment would be on somebody who's fixed their wrong and right. I'm like, I'm going to struggle in conversation with that person because there's a fixed wrong and right. I prefer conversing with somebody who's got a malleable wrong and right because I get more out of it. But if I truly define consciousness, it would be being in the middle and holding both of those truths as okay and not having a bias and going, I've enjoyed having this exploration and I've enjoyed having this exploration, and actually I can't have one without the other, and that I need both. So to truly be present to the non-biasness of, this is what I'm choosing right now, but if somebody is choosing to fix their wrong and right, that's also okay, and that I can hold a non-judgmental on, that's just not my way right now, that's your way, and that's okay. And holding hopefully a truth of, this can serve and this can serve, because I would like to experience everything, to experience the dance of consciousness between not having a fixed wrong and right. The only way I can experience not having it fixed is because I've also experienced having it fixed. So I can't therefore condemn where I've learnt this from this. Is this making sense? It's a very challenging thing to explain. So my center point of consciousness, it comes from a place of just holding what is. No bias. That it's my learning, and there is my sovereign right as a human being to be able to choose whatever. Because when I am in a fixed wrong and right, or if I'm doing something ineffective and somebody comes along and points it out and says, well, that's a little bit ineffective way to do this, have you tried it like that? I'm like, thank you, great, I didn't see that, didn't notice that. So it's like, I can't notice a more effective or different way to do things unless somebody comes along and points it out. Therefore, all is welcome. True magic, holding what is without bias. So the idea that people that have a fixed version of wrong or right is totally acceptable, honoured, that they are in that frequency, so that I can experience the opposite frequency that I prefer of being flexible with those things. and that consciousness really isn't a bias, and consciousness is all of it. Consciousness is conscious and unconscious because all of it is consciousness. And I hope this has been helpful. Upichai.